Okay, Thalia, if you can do it, I can do it. This discussion about purling without bringing the working yarn to the front really got me to look closely at how I knit, which I don't think I ever stopped to think about. So I'll just show you how I do my knits and purls so they work for me. I know that I always hold my needles at a 90-degree angle. I don't know why I do this, but I've been doing it since I was like 9 years old. So anyway, it works. And I tension my yarn around my little finger and then up over my index finger so that when I'm knitting, I don't ever have to do anything other than move my index finger sort of like a piston almost. So if I'm going to knit, let me get a couple of stitches started here so you can kind of see my method here. So my needles themselves never move. I'm just using that right index finger to flick, as I call it, which might not be the right word, to get that yarn up over the working needle. So they kind of stay, the needles stay stationary. I release my hand. I release my right hand so that I can get that yarn up over there. And then when I go to purl, I just had another flick and I'm purling. My needles are in the same position. My hands are in the same position. And now I'm just, again, using my index finger as a kind of a piston to pump back and forth, putting the yarn around the working needle so I can form the stitch. And then I can just turn it around and start over. And I worked another piece up to show you how it looks when I actually am ribbing. Get back there. So we just kind of get that little index finger going. Oh, this is so much harder to do it like this than when I'm sitting in my chair with a glass of wine. Yes, wine does help knitting. So then it's time to do a purl, and I come back over and do that. Now, for a rib, I'm going to do a knit 2, purl 2 rib. And once you get into the rhythm, it looks like you're not moving the yarn to the front of the work and to the back of the work. And that's why I'm wondering if that's what you saw. So it's just that extra little flick of the working yarn, and it's back, knit 2, and it's front, purl 2, and it's back, knit 2, and it's front, purl 2, and back, knit 2, front, purl 2, and front, purl 2, back, knit 2, front, purl 2. I always feel badly for people that I see that are actually holding their yarn like this, and they have to move it to the back, and then they have to knit, and they have to take it around. Their whole right hand is moving with every single stitch instead of tensioning it around there and using this index finger to pump the yarn around the needles. And there's almost no movement. Wait, let me get a little more slack in there. And to the front, purl 2, to the back, knit 2, to the front, purl 2, to the back, knit 2. So I think you can see you can just kind of get a really great rhythm going, and there's very little jiggering your needles all around and moving your hands into wacky positions. It's the least amount of movement that you can make is it's just so much easier on your hands and your wrists, and you don't want to get that hand that reaches for the wine glass. You don't want to tire that hand out. So you've got to take good care of your wine lifting hand. And to the front and purl, and to the back and knit, and to the front and purl. My hands are in the same position all the time. I need longer arms to get this out in front of the lens of the camera so you can see it. Very, very efficient movement. And to the front and purl, and to the back and knit, and to the front and purl, knit. Okay, you get it? All right. That's all I have to say. And see you later. Bye.